Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tom. Tom is from England in the UK. So let's see what Tom has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Hello, my
Hello,
friend.
Tom. Hello,
How
how
are
are
we?
you?
I'm very good, thank you. Are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview this evening. Thank you.
No, always. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
So tell me, how's your day been today?
My day today has been absolutely incredible. I actually met up with a couple of friends because I took this weekend off for the first time in a long time to go home and see my family. And then, yeah, a couple of my friends came up and we've just been working on, we're actually about to start a podcast ourselves. So we've just been planning that. So it's been a very exciting day. How about you?
Yeah, it's been good as well. I just been at work. I just had something to eat, and yeah, I'm just here now. I was editing some videos as well this afternoon, so I'm just yeah, working all the time. As I'm sure you
Nice,
know that
nice.
very well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. No, it's good.
It's good to be busy, isn't it? It keeps your mind busy and it keeps you out of trouble.
Definitely. I think staying busy just allows you to it keeps you out of, when you get in your head, it just
Yeah,
completely removes all of that and then it just allows you to focus on your journey. So it's good.
absolutely. Tom, tell me where you're from.
I'm currently living in Swindon, but I live in a village outside of Stratford upon Avon. That's where home is. But yeah, currently living in Swindon. So
I see. And so where is about in Sweden?
well, in Swindon, I'm in Old Town, and it's actually I'm in Swindon because I just graduated my dance college, so
Wow.
it allows me to get to London a lot easier. Allows me to just travel around a lot more. So yeah, staying here was the best idea for sure.
And tell me, so you just graduate now for your dance school?
Pardon, say that again.
You just graduate now for your dance school.
Yeah, I graduated in summer. So I did 3 years at the Wilkes Academy of Performing Arts. That was
Wow.
incredible. And yeah, now graduating, it's nice to just be experimenting with life and really finding what makes me happy and fulfilled and just trying my best to go down that journey. So I'm really enjoying life at the moment because when you graduate, it's a lot of independency. So it's nice to just find out what I truly want to be doing.
I see. And so tell me, how was your journey through those years in the university? What did you like the most about your course? And what do you miss the most of it?
Uh, I would say over the 3 years, I just turned 18 and I'm 21 now. And I think over those 3 years whilst you're at university, I think from 18 to 21, there's a massive change within your mind and how you look at life. And obviously, I did the first year and then we entered lockdown. Um, and entering lockdown at 19 was brilliant for me because it really opened my mind to uh, what I would want to do or when things aren't going exactly how you'd like them to be. So at the time, I was thinking, yeah, lockdown was one of the hardest things about college. And then the moment we got back, uh, uh, I am so grateful we had lockdown. I definitely say I miss, the social aspect of university. It's
Mhm.
very rare that you get to see a family of that many people every single day. So it's nice to see a few friends now, but yeah, it's obviously you can't catch up with everyone. So it, yeah.
Very good. Right. So during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your dance career, your artist. So I'm going to explore a little bit more during the interview. But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself.
So something interesting about myself. My name's Tom Watson. However, my brand for dancing is EcoFlow, and this was created. The birth of EcoFlow was created during lockdown, and this is a sub character of my dancing, which not only is about dance, it's about how I approach life and how dancing's helped me access being a more mature man and a more respectful individual. So yeah, something interesting about myself is the fact that I've created this sub character, which has also become a massive, huge influence to myself. So yeah, Eco Flow.
Amazing. Would you like me to call you Eco Flow or Tom?
No, you can keep it at Tom. You can keep it as Tom.
I'm just gonna make a note here of Eco Flow. I like that actually. And any inspiration of the name, or just came along like naturally?
Yeah, a lot of inspiration actually. So when I entered lockdown, I actually went through heartbreak, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, very fortunately, because I learned a lot during that period. So whilst going through that and being in lockdown, there was a hill that's very close to my house. And every day I would sit up there for about 4, 5, 6 hours, sometimes 10, and just trying to figure out like what was going on internally. Like, I was hurting a lot during that period, and there's a lot from my past that, you know, I wasn't always a dancer. So dancing really saved my life. Like, when I sat up on that hill every single day, I started to get to work with, okay, what am I going to create? And a lot of the hours were just letting the winds just push my body. And then over time, I started to find control within the wind pushing my body. And then that started to become the flow. And the eco part of it is the way that I look to change the world, you know, the way that the environment and everything around us, for me, that's enough to live by. Like, when I step outside, there's so much beauty within this crazy world we live in, you know, even when we're feeling sad, even when every emotion for me formed into eco, because eco represents my mind, and the wind also represents my mind, as wind can be extremely still but still be there, but then also can pick up and you can have hurricanes. However, it's such a beautiful thing, because for me, when I stand up on that hill and it is just blowing, you know, because up on that hill, it's extremely windy. And for me, I found this feeling of overwhelming, like my spirit was taken out of me. So there was a lot that I learned within that time. So Eco Flow for me, you know.
Amazing. I love the story behind. I think it means a lot for you, I'm sure. Amazing.
Definitely.
Tom, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
No, always. It's nice to share your point of views. I think once you've been through something like that, there's a lot of young men that don't talk enough. There's a lot of young men that struggle. And I was one of those people. I was struggling and I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was living with my family at the time, obviously through lockdown, and I didn't actually talk to them about anything. And I found eco saved myself, but then through doing that, it taught me to help others to speak. Definitely.
Yeah, I think, man, the tendency of the male is not talk. We have this thing of not showing emotions, keeping inside. I think nowadays kind of there is an improvement. You can see a lot of guys talking, but still there. It's a nature thing that they don't like to show their weakness or their vulnerability, so they kind of keep it inside. But it's good to talk about. I think just saying that is a nice way of people understanding and also see that it's okay to talk, it's okay to be sad or to show emotions. It's actually one of the biggest, let's say, way of being strong is to show your, weakness.
100%. This is literally. I came from a boxing background when I was younger, and then I was doing a lot of tennis and stuff. So I really found that there were stages in my life where I thought I was being tough through not talking. And I never used to cry too much either. And then now I cry a lot. Like, it's honestly, if there's any message I can give, it is just allowing yourself sometimes to be weak, but to the right people. You know, if you're weak to the wrong people, that's when I think this is a problem, because people will they'll take advantage and they'll run off with it. But if you've got a close-knit circle and you really trust those people and you can be weak in front of them, the strength will come in time and you'll progress, and then you'll look back and you'll go, oh, I was actually becoming stronger even though I was going through such a time of vulnerability or weakness. So it's good just to share that message, because there's just so many people still feeling like strength is through not telling anything or saying anything and just going, I'm all right. And, you know, that it's proven that that eventually will catch up.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend.
Thank you.
Of fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question. Let's do it. My God, I'm so brave here to be dance in front of a professional dancer. My goodness.
Everyone can dance. There's no professional. I don't think. I think it's just how many years you do it or where you want to go with it.
Absolutely. So during the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? All very friendly.
For sure, definitely.
First question for you is, this one's going to be very easy. What are you most passionate about?
Mindset. Mindset is what I'm most passionate about because I think that your mind can take away or give life. If you're not controlling what's going on up here, you enter this realm of just blur. So mindset for me is probably the most important thing, because once you find joy in struggle, or once you find the access to acknowledge that everything's a lesson, I think life becomes so beautiful and easy. So mindset for me.
Very good. I like that. I think, you know, you sometimes dealing with your mindset, you know, creating a safe place in our mindset, or just whatever is going on there, try to understand why and just live by it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And that's a long process. That takes a lot of time. And I think that when people look back, there's always a reason behind certain, you know, everything we go through. And it's about allowing yourself to, you know, if you are stuck in a place where you're not getting your mindset right, that's also okay, because that's a lesson for you to learn how to get your mindset to a place that works with you. So yeah.
Good one. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Ton, next question is, what would your ideal life look like?
Being fulfilled. My ideal life is being fulfilled, which for me, at the moment, isn't even something that I would put into the future of, like, in 10 years, I wouldn't say exactly how that is, because you never know if you're going to live 10 years. But for me, it's just trying to improve every day, and, you know, just trying to be better than you were yesterday. And also trying to share love to other people, trying to make other people happy, because there's a lot of people on this planet. And if you can just be someone that, you know, not every day, but when you can, and you're sharing good energy, it will mean a lot to someone. Even if it's just one person, you never know how they're feeling. So.
And did you always have this way of approaching life, or you kind of changed through the years? Tell me a little bit about it.
I actually deal with anger management, which really took a big control of my younger years. When I was 14, 15, 16, I was stuck in a place where I was perhaps not acting the way I would have liked. I wasn't being respectful. You know, I think during that time, I could feel deep down that, you know, things weren't right. But no, I'm grateful through all of my past, because there was a couple of incidents, you know, that didn't help my anger and things like that. And then through seeing, you know, the side effects of not dealing with it the correct way, when lockdown hit, it was a big eye opener to something's got to change, or I've got to try and evolve and understand my mind more. And I worked pretty much every day. I still work at it now, of just being overly kind and not leading with anger. And then eventually, through doing that, you naturally find that lifts up your spirit. Like, even if I was having a bad day or an angry day, I'd literally put on a smile, and I'd still talk to people and say, I'm not having a great day, but I'd really try and write it down. I'd try and you know, even little things like poetry or trying to get into rapping or painting or little side hobbies other than your career. Even martial arts, if you use it as a discipline, like that really helped me once I'd got my mind and the anger calmed down a bit. So no, my approach never used to be like this. My approach didn't really have much structure. I think I was just trying to figure out what was going on up here. And then I had a few life lessons, and then I look back and I go, yeah, they all had to happen in order to be able to switch this. So
two things I'd like to comment what you just said. The first thing is, I think being angry, anger, or it's okay. It's something that all of us we go through, and just how you deal with that. You just need to remember that your friend or your family or people around you is not their fault. They just said
definitely.
Way. So, but you said something very interesting that it's okay if you can say, okay, you know what? I'm not having a good day. I'm just not there. I think it's being honest. It's cool. People are going to understand that. They're going to appreciate as well that you are being honest, and they're going to give you space, or they're going to try to, okay, when you're ready, let's talk. Or if you need anything, just let me know. I think is a good way. Other thing as well that you said about that is learning every day. I think, you grow every day. You learn a lot about it. And, we have those moments, and it's always going to be there. But just how you deal with that, that's the way of moving forward, for sure.
100%. I think that when people are, when you're honest with someone and you say to them, listen, I'm having a bad day, I think you gain a lot of awareness within yourself. If you can turn to someone and say, I'm having a bad day before you snap or before something bad happens, I had so many experiences where I was feeling guilt because I had allowed my anger or allowed any emotion to take over. Then you react bad to someone and then you regret it afterwards. And then slowly the awareness came of, okay, maybe I just try my best to just say, listen, it's not my day today, or whatever it is that will help you, it will also help them. Because like you say, through them giving you a bit of space, you won't feel that guilt. And a lot of that guilt eats away at people, especially if you're dealing with anger, because they don't usually tend to mean to react that way.
Yeah, it's just a natural instinct. And also, when you mention about kindness, being kind to people, in the end of the day, when you are kind to people, you're being kind to yourself, because you are sending away this kindness and somehow we're going to get back to you.
For sure.
I think it's something to think about it.
Definitely.
Next question. Before the next question, tell me, when was the moment that you felt like, or okay, I was born to be a dancer? There was a moment, or like you just growing up, you felt, okay, that's me. That's the way I like to express myself. If you can share.
Well, actually, so I was playing a lot of tennis at the time. We've got a very heavy tennis family. And at the time I was like, I'm going to be a professional tennis player. That's
why you are wearing this.
Exactly. Yeah. And I remember being at a tournament and I just lost the match and I came off not reacting the best, as you can imagine. And my mum just said to me, Tom, why don't you just try dancing? Because from young, I've always had so much energy, and I'd watch YouTube videos and be like doing the robot in my room. And my parents were always seeing me moving, watching a lot of Michael Jackson, getting a lot of inspiration through dance. However, I'd never thought about it. And of course, when my mum said that, I reacted all so bad. I was like, no, tennis is what I want to do. Tennis is, and I was very upset that she'd even suggested that. And then I got to year 11 and there was just this girl that said to me, oh, as a joke, Tom, why don't you come to this dance class like in Stratford? And I just said, yeah. I was actually joking when I said yeah at the time. But then as the days approached, I just thought, why don't I just try it? You never know. And I came out and I remember saying to my mum, like, thank you for telling me just to do that. And from that one moment, I had a teacher called Rosie, and she put a lot of belief in me. She said, Tom, you've got, the heart for this. And obviously I was awful. However, the way that it freed my mind, even just in that first class, it was like just relief from anger, from any other emotion. Like when I was doing a lot of tennis, I'd feel extremely nervous, which is okay, but nerves that were uncontrollable, like to a point where I'd throw up and get very emotional.
Wow.
And I put a lot of pressure on myself. And then with dancing, when you've got something like music, it's a game changer. Game changer.
Amazing. Good one. Next question is, who is your biggest hero?
My biggest hero, sorry if I get emotional, but will be my nan. My nan, her biggest dream was to always be a dancer, which I literally only found out about half a year ago. But my nan has really, really helped me. When you're going through these angry times, there's a lot of time where you feel like no one understands you. You start to not understand yourself, and you start to think, yo, why am I so different? Why does the world not understand me? And my nan would always just tell me, like, Tom, you've got something special. You've got something special. And the way, so my nan's biggest inspirations is like birds and butterflies. And once I got older and I'd started dancing, I really started to just understand everything she had said. And my nan has gone through a lot as well. And, you know, there's been times where she's been homeless and she's had real, you know, lost her house literally overnight, not even down to her own doings and certain incidents, but the way that it doesn't affect her, because she just goes, this is life and I will learn from this and I will be stronger from this. Seeing that from a young age, it changes a lot, because you go, wow, if you can do that, then anyone can do anything. And yeah, she lives up in Plymouth, so I didn't get to see her much, but when I do get to see her, it's very special to me. So my nan.
I got goosebumps now. You're saying that. My goodness, what powerful. I think our grandparents, they, you know, the connection between us and then have no idea. It's so strong that actually today I was talking to a colleague about that, actually, that grandparents, they leave a mark in our lives somehow, you know what I mean? That's even, we are so close to our parents, we can be, of course, but there's something about our grandparents that it's special. It's a bond that it goes over. You cannot
For
even
sure.
explain. Next question. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is, good question. What's the soundtrack of your life and why?
That's the soundtrack of my life. The wind. There's not, you know, music for me. Every song, every artist offers something different for a different emotion, a different time. Is forever evolving. What we compare from the past to now, it's so different. So we learn stuff through every generation of music. But for me, the soundtrack of my life is wind. Like I go outside, and if I just listen to the wind, you know, or feel the wind, and that for me sums up the freedom that I want my mind to continue having.
Are you more of a day or night person?
Well, I was always told I was a night person when I was younger, and then due to work, I had to get up. You know, after lockdown, I started going like, Tom, if you start getting up at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, I was watching a lot of, you know, motivational people like David Goggins and Kevin Hart. What I found is the more I was doing, or, you know, the more I was doing throughout the day, the less I could even be angry, or the less I could even be in my head, because you're so tired, you can't even process the thoughts. Your thoughts can't generate because you're so busy. So maybe when I was younger, a night person, but now I'd say, you know, it's a mixture of anything, I reckon.
I see. Okay. Ready for another one?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, before the next question, when I was checking your profile, there was a phrase there that got my attention. It says there, a state of intense engagement, focus, and contentment in the present moment. What that phrase means to you?
That phrase is actually the definition of flow. I think the flow is such an interesting thing because life is flow. You know, we're just continuously going. We don't know what tomorrow's got to offer, and then from our past, there's a lot of people that stay within the past. So flow for me is riding this life experience. It's not getting caught up too much with, you know, it's good to care about everything, but not to the point where it takes over, because at the end of the day, you don't know if you've got tomorrow. And my dad is actually a physics teacher, and he helped me a lot with this. When you really study how big the universe is, you kind of remind yourself of how almost insignificant we are in the period of life. You know, this infinite timeline, we are very insignificant. So it's very easy to get caught up every day, you know, with certain emotions, with, oh, I didn't get this job, especially as a dancer, like, oh, I didn't get this job, or I didn't book this, or, you know, that quote there just is the statement of reminding yourself of just flowing, and sometimes not over analyzing or overthinking every little thing, and just allowing the universe, God, religion, whatever it is that you believe in, or even none of that. Like my dad, he's not religious, but he allows science to help him with that, where, you know, if you really look into how big the universe is, it's about just flowing through life and not taking things too seriously, but still caring to a point where you achieve fulfillment for whatever it is you want to do.
Like the balance.
Yeah, definitely. Like it says, the state of intense engagement, which is, you know, constantly reminding yourself of, this is my journey, and, you know, trying to be as focused as you can. However, not, like I say, not to the point where you start making yourself ill.
All right. Next question is, what is one movie you could watch over and over again?
Oh, it's a new film that's just come out. It's called Intergalactic. It's incredible. Just, I suggest anyone to go and watch it. It's
the cinema right now?
No. It's just come out on Netflix, actually.
Oh, I see.
But if people like, have you watched Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I love movies, but I don't think I've seen it. No.
It just uses a lot of new graphics. It's a great take on animation. It's got an incredible story, and also the soundtrack, the visuals within it. I find that film makes me feel quite free as well. You know, if you watch that film, you'll lose yourself for a good period of time, and you won't think on anything else. So Intergalactic, for anyone watching, I would suggest going and giving that just a watch.
Very good. Right, I have 3 questions left for you. Okay, let's do
amazing.
Right. Before the next question, tell me, as you say about your passion about tennis, your favorite female and male tennis player of all time, which one that would be?
Male is definitely Roger Federer.
Yes.
Humongous inspiration for me.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest, because he was very angry when he was younger.
Yes, yes. When you're saying that, actually, I remember, because I remember exactly when you mentioned about being angry, like playing tennis, I was like, my God, Roger Federer. I remember when he said that he was very intense, very angry. He was expressing his emotions. Yes, I remember that.
He's a prime example. Like when I was younger, I'd be doing the same, smashing my rackets, achieving nothing. You know, just my dad would always tell me, you're just wasting inefficient energy on doing that. And then if you watch Roger Federer, once he unlocked, he had a bad experience where one of his coaches sadly passed away. And then from that life experience, he stopped taking life as seriously, and then look at the progression of his career. And if you've watched that, it's a good person to see that there is truth within that.
Actually, I started enjoying tennis because of him. I was living in Portugal, and I remember I think it was the final of Wimbledon or something, and I was working in a restaurant at the time, and my manager was like watching, like very very like nervous. I was like, oh, what's happening? He said, oh my God, William, it's Wimbledon, it's final, and Roger Federer is there. I was like, who's Roger Federer? And he was kind of, he taught me a little bit about him and the way he was playing, like this beautiful classic way.
Oh, it's
like,
incredible.
oh my God, this man, who is this man? And that, since that, when I started watching tennis, because of him and because watching him, and I just became a big fan. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Female?
For me, the female is the Williams sisters.
Again, the same.
They've actually got a film that's just come out, and I suggest also for anyone to go and see that. I think that, you know, I'm white privileged. Culture is one of the things also that saved my life. I have to give a humongous amount of credit to culture. As much as I could educate myself, you know, I'm never fully going to understand, but there have been some incredible influences in my life. And if you watch the Williams sisters, the drive to fight, the time at, you know, it was an extremely bad time, you know, when they were playing, there was a lot of booing. Their dad was getting a lot of hate, and they just stuck to it. And they've came through the other end, and they've got a message that everyone can learn from. And they've got a message to prove that the way that we were acting is not okay and it's not right. And seeing them and seeing the way that their dad believed in them, and no matter what no one was saying, you know, they are phenomenal. They're such strong women as well. They are brilliant influences to all women. So yeah, they are incredible, and I'm very grateful we have them in our life.
Amazing, very good. Next question is, share with us a crazy story that happened to you when you were a child at school. Crazy or funny, or something that when you think about your childhood at school, something that comes up to your mind.
We once had a teacher that was teaching us business studies, and he was just scratching his backside or doing whatever, and then he went to write on the whiteboard, and he had poo. Had poo on his hand, and I remember just looking at him like, oh my goodness, that is not good. That is not good. So yeah, because at the time we had not been, we were being pretty naughty, and he was pretty angry with us. So he was telling us off, but we could not stop laughing. And that caused us to get in more trouble. And then I think he realized probably after the class, because the next few classes after that, he wasn't there. So bless him.
You like school, Ton?
I did. I actually love school. I mean, I learned a lot at school because I was trying to be someone I wasn't. I was definitely trying to be someone I wasn't. I was trying to lead with, you know, when you're at school, it's such a hard time because you're so young-minded that everyone gets this division of, you know, the popular kids, the unpopular kids, all of these different things. And I was very fortunate to be in the group that I was in. And don't get me wrong, I think school builds pretty much every individual, regardless of how bad or good it is. I think that there's so many life lessons that come within it. But yeah, I was just trying to be one of these kids that was cool and trying to fit in for not my whole school career, but for a couple of years, especially when I started year 7 and 8. And I look back now and I'm just like, but no, I love school because I was learning a lot every day. And my dad being a teacher, I formed a very close relationship with him. That was lovely. And I think that everything I was learning at school, I never hated it, but I didn't, like, I knew that academic studies was a big part of my life at the time, but I was like, the passion didn't fuel me the same way I knew certain things could. So yeah, no, I love school, and I love the learning curves that you get from having a lot of young individuals going through a crazy time, just trying to, you know, and you're told a lot of things at school, so by teachers, and you think that you have to go a certain way. So it's nice then for individuals, if you're an individual at school doing something different and you love it, stick to that, because you can make whatever you want your career. So yeah, no, school's a good period. And then even if it's a bad period, I think it's a big, you become very strong skinned, you know, so.
For sure. 2 questions left for you.
Let's go.
Okay, but before the next question, let's say if you could choose, any artist around the world to go on a world tour as a dancer, which artist would you choose and why?
On a world tour?
Yeah.
The thing is I know a couple of people that I would say. However, I know that going on tour isn't actually their dream. So me saying that, it's not actually something I think they would want. So yeah, I kind of would wish it for them because I feel like they would love it. They would love it. Do you know what I mean? However, if it doesn't fit right with them, for instance, my girlfriend, my missus, she's a dancer as well, and she's also a singer and an actor. And I would say for her, if she went on tour, she'd blow everyone away. I truly just know that she would, it'd be incredible to watch. But I also know that tour for her at the moment might not be what she particularly wants. So I would say, yeah. And also my best mate, there's a guy called Mason. And I feel like he works so hard and he deserves, whoever his favorite artist is, to go on tour with them because he works so hard. And again, it's one of those where I know that it's not something that it doesn't fulfill him the same way. It's a successful thing. For me, success is doing what you want, but fulfillment is doing what you're made for. So I know that wouldn't fulfill him as such. So yeah, it's one of those ones.
All right. Next question is, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
To change the world, like genuinely to change the world. With EcoFlow, there's so much that I want to build within that platform. Like I say, the podcast. I've also then got Eco Growth, which is the company that I want to make, where it would be a dance show mixed also in with like not counseling, but a lot of speech to do with the mind. And something on my bucket list as well is to help, even if it's a few individuals, but to leave my legacy with a few individuals where they go, wow, you really changed my life. I've got a few people that have really done that for me, and there's such special people in your heart that if I could do that for someone, just even if it's one person, making my nan proud, like things like that. If I'm doing that, then my bucket list is complete. It's not materialistic things for me or experiences or even traveling the world as such. It's very internal for me, very internal. Because again, if this is good, then you don't need those other things as such. So yeah.
Tell me, what's the biggest similarity between EcoFlow and Tom, and what's the biggest difference between both of them?
The biggest similarity is the passion. Like always, as just being Tom, I've always, as a kid, my mum would always be like, you've got the heart of a lion. And I was passionate about everything, but nothing at the same time. Like, even when I was at school, I was still passionate, but now looking back, I'm like, gosh, I was never going to do that. But, even if I did a lot of sports. So even when I was doing football or rugby, boxing or tennis, any of those, I'd be putting all passion through that. And with Eco, that is just 100% passion, because it's the fulfillment of my life. The biggest difference is definitely the when I'm dancing, when I'm EcoFlow, when I enter that mode, I truly believe there's not a fault within what I'm building, of my mindset of when I'm dancing and things like that. I feel no emotion usually other than happiness. Even if it's a sad song and I'm dancing about something sad, that makes me happy because I really feel that emotion.
Yeah.
But the difference would be the Tom still sometimes deals with those demons. And that's okay. That's completely okay, because those demons help me in a lot of ways. But that's the biggest difference, because when I'm eco, there's no demons, there's nothing. So yeah, that would be the difference.
That's amazing. It makes all sense. I think when EcoFlow is in you know, alive, there's just the moment that you are living. As you said, it doesn't matter if it's a sad song, is a, you know, whatever. You are there, having the moment.
Exactly.
Express
The world
yourself.
stops.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just you and the moment there. That's what
Definitely.
EcoFlow is. I totally understand. Ready for the last question?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. But before the last question, tell me something. What's the best part of being a dancer? What is the most joyous part of it? And also, there's always a challenging part. What it would be?
The thing I enjoy most is the people I meet,
Mhm.
because they're all these incredible creative artists. You know, I've met some really inspiring people through the dance industry, and people that when I was at school, like I said, I struggled with, you know, just trying to fit in, but thinking, gosh, why don't I agree with that? Why do I feel angry towards that? But then when I meet these people, they, you know, I can come home and think on certain things they've said for weeks and just be like, wow, that's incredible. Like, we had a teacher last week, and the way he interprets music, and he showed us that, it's beautiful. Like, there's nothing like that, because it makes me so happy that other people feel the exact same way and they care. But then the biggest challenge, I think, with dancing is getting the mindset right for when things aren't particularly, you know, I see a lot of people struggling with not just the no's, but the uncertainty within dance.
Mhm.
I'm very lucky that I found a lot of love for the uncertainty, like, because you can't overthink, I find, when, you know, I also like no's. Like, no's make me, I'm a very competitive person. You know, when I get a no, for me, I smile more. It's like, okay, I'm one yes away, but you're not going to stop me forever. So, yeah, for me, I think the challenging thing is that everyone has those times where you're like, yo, I really wanted that job, or I really wanted that to go through. And it's about then just having that moment where you feel the sadness. It's a good thing to feel the sadness. It means you care. But then it's about, you know, trying to switch it to being like, right, it's go time, back to the lab and back to work. And then the next time they see me, I'm going to make sure they say yes.
Good one. Last question for you is, if you could change something in yourself or about yourself, what that would be and why?
Nothing.
Good.
There would be nothing I'd change, because life is perfect exactly how it is. Everyone is perfect exactly how they are. I truly believe that as well. Like, it's not just, you get so many people that just say these things, you know, like, I truly believe that everyone I've met some people that have really hurt me, like, stuff that I still deal with to this day, definitely, or maybe my whole life, but I am so grateful I met them, and I wish them all the best, and I hope they are happy fully. And I think that, I just think that everyone is going through their own world. They're going through their own journey, and everyone is perfect in their own ways, and everyone has something to give to each other. So I think that we can learn a lot from just also observing and being with each other, and, you know, enjoying the fact that life is perfect even when it doesn't feel perfect.
Yes, I think people, we should always be grateful for those people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people they're gonna leave memories, and some people they're gonna leave lessons, and both of them are necessary. And you know, they meant to leave those impacts in our lives to make ourselves grow and be a better person, understanding about life even more.
100%.
You know, absolutely. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like. Don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Money?
Yeah.
Blindness.
Okay. How about family?
Love.
One word for life.
Infinite.
One word for love.
Infinite.
How about sex?
Oh, there's so many words that come to my head because you see with sex, that's not just one word. Like, sex is so wrong to too many people. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got to change the way that that is viewed. I really believe that, you know. So for sex, maybe change.
Okay. How about politics? One word.
Educational.
Good one. England. Oh, sorry, England. No. Religion.
Beautiful.
How about desire?
Inspiring.
Regrets.
Inspiring.
Fear.
Inspiring.
Friendship.
Friendship. Learning curves.
Success.
Mask.
Wish.
Fulfillment.
One word for happiness.
Fulfillment.
One word for England.
Incredible in lots of different ways.
And the last one now, dancer. One word.
Never ending. I know that's not one word, and I know a lot of those have not been one words, but
Okay.
or even actually, okay, one word for dancer, eco.
Okay. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely partner or girlfriend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, what is the most beautiful thing about Tom, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What she would say?
We talk about this a lot, actually. She would, Rio, her name's Rio, and Rio for me, she would say that I'm always trying my best to be the man that she'll want to marry. Like, I'm 21 and I know with her that that's forever. You know, I've had a few relationships that have taught me that, you know, we are, for me anyway. And every day, like every relationship, if you fully commit, like I've lived with her now for 3 years. She was actually the one that taught me to dance. Like I first met her and then,
Wow.
So for her, once you live with someone at 21, like from 19 to 21, or there's a lot of compromise that has to be made. And I think that she can really see the way that I'm trying my best to understand compromise, and also the way I'm trying to handle my anger. Like I had a really bad relationship where I got physically hurt quite a lot. And obviously with my views on, you know, I never reacted to that, but that's a lot of where my anger built up to an uncontrollable amount. Because then when I came out of that, I found myself always being kind of, I lost my ego, and then you think that you're not a man because you're lost. You're like, you know, how have I allowed this to happen? So Rio would definitely say probably the amount I try to work every day at my imperfections to be perfect for her, or as best to it as possible. And then what was the other one? Sorry.
This the most beautiful thing, and something you need to work on.
Communication, I would say. I think that sometimes as boys, I still don't communicate enough in terms of, for boys, sometimes it can be easier to agree. Like that happens a lot. And I definitely don't just do that as much, but sometimes when you raise your points, that causes drama. And it's about just listening, you know. I think I've got to get better at listening, because a good relationship takes a lot of listening and working through. And if you can get those things right and the trust right, then the rest is your oyster.
I think relationship is a maintenance every single day. Every single day there's a new challenge that you need to be sorted, and that's is relationship. And also just the fact that you know that is already halfway of the journey. When you know about your weakness or your thing that you need to work it out, when you know about it, it's already halfway of the journey. That's for sure.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
Right, let's play now, Tom, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Right, you can ask me a question now.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
How are you truly?
Oh my God, beautiful question. You know what? I just had my birthday last week, and it's a good...
Happy birthday.
Thanks so much. It's a good question. You know what, Tom? I'm going to be very honest to you. I'm in a place right now that actually on my way back, I went to Portugal with some friends. We spent birthday there, and on the way back, I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and I told him, I said, you know what? I'm feeling so happy, like literally for the last, you're never happy like 100%, yeah?
Yeah,
but
for sure.
But sometimes when you feel this happiness coming, like flowing in your skin, in your, I'm feeling that,
That's
I think
incredible to hear.
Yeah, it's such a nice feeling that sometimes as well go like, oh my goodness, I know it's not gonna be there like that for forever, but when you enjoy this moment, Tom, I just like I'm in a place right now where I'm doing this brings me happiness every single day. The magic box, something that it's bring me joy since I wake up. When I go to bed, it's something that brings me this happiness. And so yeah, I think right now at this moment, I'm feeling those unique feelings of happiness that comes like you're just smiling to the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'm having those feelings. I think this time of the year, Christmas is coming, people are kind of somehow more vulnerable, connect with other people as well. You see a lot of on TV, you see a lot of like advertisement about Christmas, I don't know, it's something about this period of time that I can be very sensitive as well, to be honest, sometimes, because this time of the year as well, you reflect a lot about your life, my family are back in Brazil as well. So it's a period of time that I feel like, it's kind of I escape myself. But at the same time as well, I'm just having a great moment, I'm just having like
beautiful to hear.
And it comes like naturally. It's a good feeling. So yeah, at this moment, I can tell you that I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about what's happening with me right now at the moment. So I think
that's beautiful to hear, man.
That yes, absolutely. It's not gonna be always like that. And if
you
ask the question like a month ago, maybe would be a different answer. But as you said, I have this mindset as well of always, trying to be your best, or try to see the positive thing in everything that happened in your day. And I have this mindset as well. And you know what? I'm sure you know very well. It helps a lot, because when you face challenging times, when you have this mindset, it's more, the pain is less. You know what I mean?
That's so true. So true.
Somehow you face the challenge in a different way when you have this positive mind. Sometimes when I'm sad, to be honest with you, I start laughing. I go like, you know what? My goodness, I'm having a moment now. I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I start laughing. So my goodness, you see how life is interesting. I'm literally feeling sad. I'm feeling drained for some reason. And I go like, my God, it's a great feeling as well, because it's like that. Life is about that. It's like a roller coaster, up and down.
Balance. It's really balanced, isn't it? Absolutely. Definitely.
But yeah,
that's brilliant though to hear.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good right now. I think it's a great feeling. And at the moment I'm feeling this like genuine happiness flowing, like through, like my days. So yeah, that's my.
The universe is giving you good karma, because you're doing something very special with this, the magic box. Like just to come on here and talk to you and just see how genuine you are. Like I truly wish you all good energy, because it's been lovely to meet you and have this conversation. And I think that, like you say, it doesn't last forever, but when you're aware of just enjoying that moment. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. It's a good feeling as well. You just feel like, you know what, I'm feeling happy. Why not?
Yeah, man.
Happy. It's good to feel happy.
It gives you hope for the future as well. Like,
yeah,
you know, when you feel those happy moments, it's when you reflect and you're like, that's what makes feeling sad so special. Because if we always felt happy, then there would
be boring. We'd be boring. You wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't learn anything.
Exactly.
If our life would be just skies, flowers, beautiful weather, oh my God, one point you'd get bored and you wouldn't
people would get used to it and they would start complaining about something else. And the fact that when you have those bad days and they're really bad, and you're just trying to survive, and then you have the good day like you are now, it's just...
And I totally understand those very challenged days. Sometimes it can be very difficult for you to put yourself in a different... I understand, you know what I mean? I'm saying that, but some days, for whatever reason, you know, you are facing, it can be really, really hard for you to get over it. But after you sleep a little bit, or you kind of talk to a friend, or, you know, see something on TV or something different that distracts you, it can take in a more comforting zone, let's put it this way, for sure.
For sure, yeah. It gives you a hope for the times that are sad in the future. Like, absolutely. Because you know it's not going to be forever. You know, pain's temporary. So then you know that you're... And if you can hold on to these moments, it gives you that inspiration to try and find happiness more. So that's really nice to hear, for real.
So did you have a good time?
I absolutely love this. Obviously, I'm looking to start up my own podcast, and this is the first one that I've been able to, you know, be a part of, where honestly, this has been inspiring. It's been very inspiring. You know, you're a lovely person as well. It's nice to chat to you. And
thank you so much, Tom. And I must tell you something as well. You know, since when I approached you on social media, you always been very kind. And I was like, oh my goodness. So, you know, people sometimes, as you said about kindness at the beginning, sometimes even you don't know the person, but you just express kindness straight away. And I could feel that. And also, when you said that you're 21 years old, I was like, oh my goodness, talking to you, I'll never say you are 21, never, because you have this, you know, mature way of, you know, approaching life. And I was like, wow, 21. I was like, wow, that's you look very young, of course, but I talking to you, I wouldn't say you are 21. And it's great to see someone very young with this mindset. It's amazing. But before you go,
thank you so much.
My pleasure. Before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Success is getting what you want. Fulfillment is living what you're made for. This is actually something that I'm trying to like brand EcoFlow with at the moment. So I think that so many people get caught up in this idea of success, you know, like, oh, I've now got a nice car, so people must think I'm successful. Yes, I've got lots of money, but in the long term, that won't solve anything, and it's not going to make you feel happy. But, you know, like right now, like I'm feeling fulfilled. However, people may not, you know, in certain people's eyes, they might go, oh, he's not successful or whatever. But because when you feel fulfilled and you're living what you believe you're put on this earth for, you know, nothing can go wrong. If you're humble about it and you're enjoying, you know, truly what you're doing, like for you, doing this Magic Box, if you can keep on doing this and it's making you fulfilled, like, it just brings so much happiness, because it doesn't matter about them, what other people think, or it doesn't matter about, oh, I haven't got this, or I'm not in the nicest house, or I'm not, if I'm, you know, if it's making you happy, that's what continues your life, isn't it? So yeah, definitely that.
In my opinion, success is very personal. You know, as success for me is for you, as you said, it can be anything. It can be for you to wake up early, or change your mindset, or to change your habits, or stop something that you don't like, or whatever. Success can be anything. It's a personal feeling, you know. It doesn't matter. As you said, some people see as, you know, success as a material thing, or which is okay as well. You know, people, they have their own way, but success is about you, how you feel about yourself, how you achieve.
100%.
That's a success for me as well. Thank you so much. Regards to your family.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No, honestly, I'll stay in touch, and you know, maybe one day when I start Eco Talks, it would be lovely to get you on or something like that.
I'll be there for sure.
Thank you so much for this. It's been amazing. Have
Enjoy
a
your
lovely evening.
Take care.
Thank you, and
Bye-bye.
you. See you later. Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.